Welcome back to the PHYS Podcast. I'm your host, Tyson Martin. On today's episode, I sit down with Natalie Carriere, a commercial, adventure, lifestyle, and extreme sports photographer whose work lives where movement, environment, and storytelling collide. From remote alpine productions to major sporting events, Natalie creates powerful imagery that captures not only the action, but the feeling of being there. As a photographer, snowboarder, and cyclist, she brings a unique understanding of the athletes and environment she photographs, creating work that feels authentic, intentional, and deeply connected to the moment. In this conversation, we explore her journey behind the lens, working in demanding outdoor environments, collaborating with brands and athletes, and what it takes to constantly create compelling visual stories in some of the most challenging conditions imaginable. This is a conversation about creativity, adventure, resilience, and the pursuit of meaningful work. Welcome to the PHYS Podcast. Now let's get to the show. Hey, it's Tyson here. I'm just jumping in real quick to give a huge thank you to Kieran, Helena, Devin, and the entire Harlow team for believing in this show and the vision behind it. Your support has meant more than you know. From day one, you've backed not only my podcast, but the bigger idea that creativity, storytelling, and community matter. Thank you for continuing to champion these conversations and help make them possible. I truly appreciate each and every one of you for everything you've done, from providing me gear, allowing me to do giveaways, and just straight up supporting the show. And if you're looking to pick up some of the best lighting gear on the market while supporting the show at the same time, check out Harlow using the link in the description. Thank you for being part of the journey. Now let's get to the show.
Awesome. Well, my name's Natalie Carriere. I'm originally from Naramata, BC. Now kind of hopping all over the place. And I'm an extreme sport and lifestyle photographer.
That's amazing. I love Naramata. It's amazing. I'm in Vancouver, so
Bit busier than up here.
I need it to slow down. I don't. This isn't the lifestyle that I want.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, being from Naramata and like throwing myself into the extreme sports scene in Whistler and Squamish, it's like it's a big change. We don't have extreme sports as much here, so it's definitely a world I didn't grow up with, but I'm getting to know, and it's hard to, once you get introduced to it, it's hard to leave. So
Yeah. Well, let's go back to your backstory. Let's hear how you got involved in photography and in the extreme sports scene.
Yeah, it's kind of random. So a couple years back, it happened in 2023. So 2022, I went to my first year university, blah, 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 like just wasn't, into it. And then, so I decided to take a year off. And I worked with horses. So I worked at like a professional show jumper barn because, I have a farm up here, and I was like, oh, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Turns out I didn't. So at the end of that, I was kind of there for 8 months. I was like, okay, I need to change. And this was like March of 2023, I think. And then I bought a camera because I was like, what's a good way to, like still be involved in this scene, but like do something different that you can actually, make money from. So I actually started shooting equestrian photos, and I started with horses. And then April 2023, like about a month after I started doing that, I was just, impulsively like, I need to move somewhere new. I need to move somewhere I've never been. So I had a friend of mine who lived in Pemberton, and she was like, oh, like I know someone that you could live with, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up moving to Pemberton within like a week of that conversation. It was pretty fast.
Drop everything and go.
Yeah, drop everything and go. Like I was just done. I needed a change. I was kind of just freaking out. You don't really know what to do when I guess you're 20. So I guess I was 19. And then, yeah, I moved up there and brought my camera with me. And I was like, okay, like, I have this really nice camera, and like I'm really enjoying taking sport photos, but I was like, okay, what can I do up here that's, there's not as many horses up there. It's beautiful property. But I had a friend of mine, his name's Chris Beaton. Shout out to Chris. He's amazing. And he's one of the reasons that I've been able to create a lot of the amazing work I have. He was in a bike race, and like the second weekend I was there, I think, he was like, hey, like, do you want to come to this bike race and shoot some photos? And I was like, oh, sure. Yeah. Like I've never done, mountain biking. So I Googled how to shoot mountain biking, and like, like what you need to, know to be in that scene. And I went with him and ended up shooting him and a couple of his friends. And yeah, the photos got seen by the race. So Squamish Enduro, I don't know if you've heard of Squamish Enduro. Yeah. So pretty classic race. they actually saw my photos and they were like, hey, like these are pretty good. Like, would you mind if we use them for the Pink Bike article? And I had, gotten to know what Pink Bike was and that kind of thing. And I'd been a mountain biker myself before, but not like intense like it is in the Sea to Sky. It's a lot different in the Okanagan than it is in the Sea to Sky.
I'll give you some context here. I started riding Grouse Mountain in 1989.
Oh, yeah.
And then I worked in the industry for almost 20 years.
Wow. Yeah. It's a tough industry. It's
I had to get out. I couldn't make it anymore.
Yeah, no, it's pretty hard. And I've, learned that's one of the struggles I'm sure we'll talk about I've learned. But yeah, then I ended up having a couple photos in a Pink Bike article at the Squamish Enduro, and then was like, oh, okay, this is like super cool. Like, I'm with a bunch of people and like everyone's stoked, everyone's in a good mood, like people are here for like not for money, they're here for fun kind of thing. So that was really enlightening. Like I was like, oh, this is a really nice community to be a part of. And then, yeah, that summer I worked at a golf course. I worked at the golf course in Pemberton. It was super fun, like just like really, having a summer of just enjoying. And then, I messaged a photographer, Clint Trahan. He's Crankworks photographer, so like super well known. He broke his arm that summer and he needed an assistant. And he posted on Instagram, and I just, followed all these photographers, like. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this would be so cool. So I like messaged him and was like, hey, like I know you're looking for an assistant, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't hear from him for like weeks. And it totally just slipped my mind. Like Crankworks was coming up. I was like super excited. And then like 5 days, I think, before Crankworks or something like that, I got a message from him back. And he was like, hey, like, I still need an assistant. I would absolutely love to have you. Like, would you come out and join me for the downhill day for the Rock Shocks? It was the first year of the 1199 track.
Yep.
And so I got to second shoot underneath him on 1199. And that was my first like full intensity downhill race. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is insane. Yeah. I was like, this is insane. Like the athletes are insane. The crowds are insane. Like just the whole weekend, surrounding that track and like everything was just, it was amazing. And I was like, just hooked. Like immediately I was like, this is what I want to do. Like, and everyone, you hear from everyone, like photography's not a job, blah, blah, blah. But I was just like, I don't care. I'll work another job and I'll just do this when I can. And honestly, that's kind of what I've done since. And that kind of hooked me. And then after shooting the downhill race, he asked me to join him for Joyride too at the end of the week. So I got to shoot Joyride. So I got the full package, like.
And to be be with him and see the process, like,
oh my gosh,
that is such valuable information.
I feel so lucky that like I was able to work underneath him, and I did it as well the year after, kind of just second shooting. And I was just so keen to learn and so keen to just, what are you doing? Like, how did you get into this? And I just wanted to listen to him. And he taught me a lot, and we're still good friends now. And so I have him to thank for, my really heavy experience getting into that. Like, it's like rather than throwing myself in there, I was able to, make a mistake underneath someone else and it be corrected in the moment rather than like continuing to make that mistake. So it was pretty amazing. And then, after that, I kind of just kept shooting, and I'm still shooting today. So yeah.
It must have been nice though, to be like, you make a mistake and it's corrected in a constructive, professional manner, not like, oh my God, you suck, or like that's the way it used to be.
Yeah.
And totally. Now, I mean, I'm looking at your photos, and I did my background before I reached out to you. Again, my goal was to connect with younger photographers who are super talented, who have an amazing eye, and that their work spoke to me. That's when I started looking into, trying to build this next chapter of this podcast.
Totally.
And I was like, no, there's something about these photos. I'm going to reach out and see what she thinks about coming on and sharing that journey, because I love hearing, one, you can hear the passion you have for it.
Yeah. You
can hear the excitement you have for it. And I think when you have passion and excitement for what you do, you're going to stoke a whole bunch of people.
Totally. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, totally.
So you've done Crankworks, obviously, it's arguably the biggest mountain bike event in the world.
Yeah.
I remember I was at Crankworks 1. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I did a couple industry events at Crankworks throughout the years. I mean, I grew up riding Whistler and we had to pedal to the top.
Of course, yeah. Well, there's no trail lift, right? Like, so
So what is you do lifestyle, you do mountain bike. I saw you did some surf stuff. Out of everything you shoot, what's your favorite?
out of everything I shoot, it's mountain biking, I think. I love surfing. So I go to school at UVic, so I'm in business. So I still am. So I went back to school actually. So after that summer, I was like, okay, I want to go and get a business degree and kind of just, I don't know, I just really wanted to like, I felt like a little bit of a failure on the school side. So, there's part of me that was like, okay, this isn't a full-time thing. Like I'm not, I'm not getting paid like for this. Like I'm not living off of this yet. So I went back to school and did some surfing because Victoria has like incredible surfing. So I have a lot of friends that I luckily, went to Tofino and that kind of thing. And like I surf myself as well. So I do all the sports that I shoot. And I was just like, oh, this would be fun. So surfing's amazing. And I do some Western stuff still. Like more lifestyle, Western, equestrian kind of stuff, like not much the show jumping anymore, but that's just for fun. But definitely the biking, like just the athletes and like where you can go, where you can shoot and like where it can take you is just, I can't get away from it. Like this year I was lucky enough to go, I flew down to Utah and I went on a 7-day bike packing trip and I was the photographer for it. So we biked from Durango, Colorado back to Moab and it took us 7 days and we were just in the high country of Colorado and Utah and just like the fact that I can go there because I ride a bike is just, it's incredible to me. And I think it was last year me and Chris, the athlete I mentioned, we went, I had this extreme burnout and was just like really struggling to be creative and just like feeling really down. And I had this idea. There was this hike on the island. It's called the 5040 peak. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Maybe. I don't follow much hiking.
Yeah, well, incredible. So just like, really internet perfect type of hike, if you want to say that. And I really wanted to do it for my birthday with a bunch of friends. But then I was like, I also wanted to take photos that weekend. And I also wanted to go biking, you can't do it all, right? So I texted Chris and I was like, dude, do you want to go and hike this with your bike? And we camp and we shoot photos. Best of both worlds. Like, I was like, I got it all. And just like threw it out there to him. I saw him like the Monday night and he was like, yeah, sure, I'm down. And he said, yes. And I was like, wow, okay. Really not expecting him, but like anytime I ask Chris to do anything, he says yes, like he's down, which is just like why we do so much amazing work together because he always just says yes. Yeah, and then we drove up there like 4 days later, got some instant coffee, borrowed a tent, got our sleeping bags, and got to the parking lot of this mountain and hiked with a mountain bike and my camera gear and all our sleeping gear. And it's like one of the steepest hikes I've ever done. And I was like, what the hell did I get us into? Like, this is insane. But like biking took us there, and those photos actually ended up doing really well. And I can't get away from the fact that biking can take you to those places.
Oh, I agree. I've had some of my best experiences with my bike.
Oh, it's amazing.
And I love the fact you did a 7-day bike packing trip, especially in Colorado. Like that is unreal.
It was absolutely incredible. Like it was one of the most insane things I've ever done. It was really hard. I was with like 4 female athletes. Like these are amazing athletes. Like they were incredible. And then there's just me, like the photographer on my enduro bike. Like they're on these amazing XC bikes. I was on this huge mega tower. Like it was amazing. I learned so much, like just insane. So the fact that you can go there with your bike and meet these people too, like it's not just the bikes too. It's like I met these 4 incredible women I would have never met if it weren't for bikes. So if I had to pick one, it would probably be biking.
Yeah. There's something about like the flow you can capture. It's like surfing, you get somebody on a big wave and they're doing a big cutback and you're like, damn, that looked good. But There's nothing cooler to me. I love in all the years I've ridden a bike. So I'm 50 now. So I started riding bikes at 5. So
Oh,
a
yeah,
long time, but there's still nothing better than ripping a berm.
true.
That feeling of just, you hear the tires just around the corner. You're like, oh,
Oh,
it's,
no, it's too good. And like
yeah,
any trails, and we're lucky enough to have the Whistler Bike Park in our hands,
yeah,
like right in, Sea to Sky, and to be one of the best bike parks in the world and like to be able to ride those trails, it's just there's nothing like it.
yeah.
So
So in your career, like how long have you been shooting for?
this is my third summer doing it.
Wow. That's
So
amazing. That is a rapid progression.
yeah, it's been pretty quick. And there's some days where I just feel like I'm really behind, like I'm not where I want to be at all. Like not even close. I haven't even opened the door to what I want to do yet. But just the fact, if I take a minute to look at what has happened to me in the last 3 years, I'm like, wow, like I'm so grateful
Yeah.
to have done these things and just like by accident. Like I always remind myself, I'm like, wow, this job was an accident. Like nothing's an accident, but it, out of the blue. And for me to be able to do all this kind of stuff is pretty amazing.
Yeah. No, congratulations. There's nothing better than something you love that comes back to be such a huge part of your life.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's amazing.
This show was started in a very similar way. I was suffering from my own personal demons, my traumas and whatnot. And I knew that a lot of men, especially, are afraid to share those emotions. And I grew up in an era where, we dusted it off. We don't cry. You just push it down and you just move on. Well, I can tell you at 47 years old, that all came out.
Yeah.
And it's not pretty
Yeah.
and it's rough. But, as someone from that era, I started seeing a therapist. I got on medication. I started doing these things that I should have done 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And I wanted to connect it with me finding the camera. So the camera actually came at a really rough time in my life when I was searching for the same feeling I got when I could ride my bike at a high level, when I skateboarded at a high level. This feeling of turning on a wave. Like I was looking for something to replace what I lost due to injuries.
Yeah.
And that's where, so PHYS actually was a fixed gear bicycle brand that my friend and I started in,
Amazing.
in the late 90s. So it used to stand for pedal harder, you sissy, because fixed gear stuff.
Yeah.
And then I really wanted to incorporate it because it was such a powerful time in my life with my best friend creating something we thought was going to be amazing and then no money and watching it not work.
Yeah.
So I changed the acronym to Photography Heals Your Soul because that's how I felt as soon as I clicked a shutter.
Yeah.
And then I started talking to people about like mental health and the connection between creativity and mental health and what it means to them and what would happen if they didn't have that outlook or that outlet, sorry. And that's what really sparked the show taking off.
Amazing.
No gear, straight story about the person.
Totally.
So again, I'm grateful that you're willing to give me your time today because I think when people hear you've only been shooting for a few years and just by saying yes to an opportunity, this all came about.
Totally. Yeah. Well, thanks for having me. Yeah. I mean, yeah, so I've learned lots through my years and, there's lots of lessons you learn and school was really hard. It was just like, really not where I wanted to be. But I think like where I learned saying yes, like, so I lost my mom when I was like, I think I was 12. So it was like 8 years ago, or sorry, it'd be more than that now. So I was 14. And yeah, I lost her to breast cancer. I have three sisters. So, all of us girls were kind of just left without a mom. And she always was just like the type of woman to just say yes. Like she was just like, yes, let's do it. Like, yes, let's do it. And I feel like I really learned that from her. And, I was pretty young when it happened. So I feel like I missed out on a lot of stuff that I could have learned from her. So when, these opportunities started happening or someone asked me to come and be their assistant and to shoot underneath them, like I was instantly, yes. Like I was like, I can't say no to this, and like the fact that this is an opportunity I've been presented with, something tells me that I need to do it. You don't just randomly stumble upon an opportunity like that.
Oh, 100%.
And that's kind of the way I've lived, creating my brand and creating my photography and, my network is anytime I get asked to do something, like I just try my hardest to say yes and to be able to be there, whether it's not paid or it's paid or it's a friend or it's someone I've never met before, it's a race I've never done or somewhere I've never gone. I'm just like, I'll try my hardest to just like say yes to that opportunity because I really believe like every opportunity you get to shoot photos, whether it's, yeah, like Crankworks or a local little kids race, you're going to gain something from it. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned, like, losing a parent and watched my other friends grow up with their parents and stuff like that and learn all these things is like the best thing that I can do for myself. And I know that she would, love was to just say yes and to just try because like you hear people all the time like, oh, you're 22, you should be graduated and have a job by now. It's like, no, I'm just going to say yes and go on this trip. I'm going to say yes and shoot this race. Yeah, my friend wants to shoot some photos. Yeah, let's do it. Like, so.
That outlook, like first, I'm sorry about your mom. Um,
Thank you.
I lost both my parents. I lost my dad when I was 24. After reconnecting, not talking for 10 years, we had 3 months together.
Oh my gosh.
He passed, and then my mom passed in 2015.
Oh.
So I was substantially older. I had all of my children already by that point.
Yeah.
But my mom was my best friend.
Yeah.
And when I picked up the camera, which was 2019, it was weird the connection I felt to the stories I remembered. And I know she's watching over me, just like your mom's watching over you. And they are cheering. They are cheering their heads off for the successes and even the failures. They're like, oh, don't let that get you, and like, it sucks to lose a parent. It sucks for me was like, I'd have something really good in my life happen.
Yeah.
And like, I'd be like, first person I want to call is my mom. And I would call her, I'd call the phone number.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh, wait, no, click.
Yeah.
Right. And
yeah, it's crazy.
You don't have that. You can share it with your friends and whatever, your partner, whatever it is, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's your mom has that ability to take your excitement and amplify it while still talking like a normal adult,
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
totally.
I feel for you. I know what that's like, but man, you know what? She's proud of you.
Yeah. And that's the one thing, right? It's just, I try my best now. Like you learn so young when that happens that like you're not guaranteed nothing. Like,
Yeah.
You're literally not guaranteed anything. So I don't see value in just putting my head down and doing one thing. I really see value in meeting as many people as I can. My favorite part of my job. I love taking photos and I love creating like that image where the athlete is like, wow, like it's the best feeling ever when an athlete is like, oh my God, that's incredible. But my favorite part of my job is the people that I get to meet. Like I have met hundreds of people through photos and it's so nice to be able to go somewhere and see a familiar face and be like, wow, like, we met because of this, but now we have our own relationship. So that's definitely the most beneficial part of my job is meeting the people.
Yeah. And it's neat on that when you can connect on a different level.
Yeah.
They see the image you created and then, they're excited. They want to know what you did or how did you capture that? Like they're just really into what you did.
Yeah.
I love that. That's my favorite part too. I never thought I was an extrovert or somebody who could communicate with people, even though my job for the last 30 years is I build off-road trucks. So, cool. For me, the last 30 years has been selling people and helping them build the dream.
Super sick. Yeah. That's
right.
So fun.
And so I was like, I'm just going to use my same customer service because that's my number one thing is to make people comfortable with me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use that and I'm going to create a platform that can share a story and touch people. And but not only that, it's building a community. Like I had Bryn Maurer on and she's in Portland where I grew up. And I was like, hey, I met a guy who owned a skateboard company from Oregon when I was down visiting. I took photos of his team, but they need a photographer. So I connected her with them.
Yeah.
Right. So just such a small community.
It's so small and it's such a good feeling when you can do that. Or that's how I ended up going to Utah. It's because of this mentor. His name's, do you know who Tyler Ravel is?
Tyler, here's the 55th episode of me going, Tyler, come on my show.
He is amazing. So he's become a friend of, like, a really good friend of mine. But he has been kind enough to, support me. And I met him in Whistler, and he's just been kind enough to give me an ear, just to listen to like what I'm struggling with, and to even just give me a bit of advice, or just like how you're doing, that kind of thing. And so he knew one of the women on the Utah trip. So it was kind of a connection, and it's just so cool to know someone who's in your area, and like, you can like message him, be like, hey, like, what do I do? And like, or just like, how you doing? So I've seen him, here and there over the last couple of years, and admired his work for a really long time.
So talented.
He's so talented. Yeah. Anytime he talks, I'm just like, let me listen.
So if you talk to him, say, Tyler, come on my show.
Tyler, I know he just did a podcast in, I think it was Utah, in like this trailer podcast with, I think it was Ben, I think.
I'll definitely find it and
listen. Super cool. And yeah, I've listened to his stuff, so it's pretty cool but just to be able to connect with people who might know someone or something going on. And, it's pretty cool how that world works. And anytime, there's something, or like, and I know someone, I try my best to connect who I know. And it's even better too, because I feel like with connections in this industry, it builds trust. Like, if you, message someone like, hey, I need this person, you're like, you know what? This is a really good friend of mine. They do really good work. You can trust them, that kind of thing. So I really, I don't know. Connections, they fuel my job. I love it. And I love connecting with other people and hearing their stories.
And that's what it's about. Like, that connection it's insane when you can hear what someone loves, or that advice, and to have someone like Tyler as a mentor. Like, you have a question, he answers it for you. Like, you have him and Mason Michon.
That's his mentor is Mason.
And like, I remember Mason from back in like the early Whistler days.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking like early, like mid 90s, Mason Michon, Kevin Sansalone, all these guys coming on the scene and just blowing minds.
Amazing. Yeah.
Right. And then I think I found Tyler on another podcast, and I was like, oh, the guy's story is incredible.
Yeah, it is.
And then followed his work, and, he followed me recently. So, I mean, we're making progress. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he's busy. I try not to bug him. I try my best. Like, if I ever have a question, I make sure it's important, because he's, he was just in Italy and like doing all this amazing work. And I just watch from afar. And then every time we get to connect, I'm just, it's stoked, or I get stoked, and I'm just like, so, but I mean, I hope that I can, eventually, what I've learned from him is he doesn't have to do that. Like, he doesn't have to, be an ear to listen. He doesn't have to help out a photographer who's got 1,000 followers on Instagram, like, but he chooses to, and he does these live, like, creative sessions, for questions. And I'm just,
I just saw him do one, like, with 40. I just missed it. I messaged him, and I'm like, man, I would love to like announce that and bring it to, the Life of PHYS family. Like, let everybody who listens know, like, hey, like, this dude is doing this out of the kindness of his heart. Like, let's make something of it.
Yeah, totally. Well, I missed it too, because I was moving in the middle of moving. But like, what I've learned from him is to just, I hope that one day I'm a photographer that like people look up to, and they can message me, and I can message them back and be like, hey, like, give me a call. I'll answer your questions. Like, I want to be like him. He does an incredible role model in this industry, because I feel like a lot of photographers in the industry, kind of gatekeep, and like, it's pretty competitive. There's a lot of us, and, some people, keep their ways, or their camera gear, or their settings, or what they used to edit. They kind of just keep it a secret. But I really think the ones who don't do a better job, because, what's a community if you don't support others, right? So
100%. And I think, like, as someone who's gone, and I've spoken for photo classes at high schools, I think someone who is fresh, like yourself, new to this, who is making it work, you would be the ideal role model for those people in high school, to go and just be like, look, I went to university for the first year. Wasn't for me. I took a break. I said, yes, I did this. And I think your story could help inspire the next few generations of people, because what you've been able to accomplish in 3 years is incredible.
Which I really appreciate. And yeah, I hope that's the goal, right? And especially women. There's a lot of females, incredible creative females that just this industry's it's a bit of a rock to get into as a woman because it's very, very male dominated. Like when I was at Crankworks, I was like this 19-year-old girl as an assistant for Clint. All the older photographer guys were like, who's this girl? Like, who's this girl? Kind of thing. And I didn't see like any other girls. And I was like, what is going on? Like, and I didn't realize at the time it was so male dominated, but it is, and so it's like, but there's all these incredible, female athletes coming into the scene now too, like just these forces of women in biking, and women are in Rampage now and Joyride and all this incredible stuff. And to be my age and to be a part of it, like I'm not an athlete. I would love to be a professional biker. That'd be amazing. So I'm always practicing in case the off chance photography doesn't work out. But like, you got to be capable to ride with these athletes while you're shooting, and to be able to work with just women is incredible in the industry, and hear their athlete stories and meet other female photographers like in the industry. It's just, we have to support each other, because it's like, we're gonna, come into this industry with a good force, but we got to get there, and we got to just support each other until we get there, but it's starting. So.
And I mean, I've watched the women at Rampage, and I'm like, they are so good.
I know.
It's so crazy. Like Rampage is nuts in general. But then you watch the lines they're hitting, like Casey Brown. Like,
oh my God. I know. She's incredible. Like, and I'm, from Naramata. I have all my horses and stuff like that. I told you. So she's like this cowgirl in Revelstoke. So I admire her a lot, because I'm like, wow, like you have this balance of life, which is like very foreign, I guess, to a lot of people. But, and then she just, has this beautiful place and farm and, all these amazing family and friends, and then just goes in and crushes Rampage. Like, it's absolutely insane.
yeah, I think, doing a lifestyle photo shoot with her, with your experience with horses and cycling,
yeah,
would be.
We've talked about it. We've definitely chatted about it. It's just
nice.
Just getting there, like just like anywhere. And so one thing that makes it difficult is I'm almost done school, so I only have a couple months left. And then once I'm done school, I can, free will go and not have to miss Rampage because I have an accounting exam or something like that. But
Rampage is this weekend.
I know, but that's another thing I've learned is it's really easy to compare yourself in this industry.
Imposter syndrome.
Yes, and comparison is a thief of joy, and I'm really bad at it. And I'll, be on Instagram and be like, oh, like, why am I not there? Or why didn't I do that? But it's like, oh, you know what? Like, I'm in school, I've done all these amazing things. Like, every single person has their own timeline, and my timeline is in a slow piece of life right now, and that's fine. And other people's are in a high piece, and it's just like, you only ever see the high pieces on Instagram. And so you just got to appreciate. It's one thing I'm working on in the next couple months is just appreciating the slowness of where I am right now. And just like Naramata, right? You just slow down. Everything slows down. And I've been in the Sea to Sky all summer, and it's time to just slow down a bit. And then, it'll go fast again. So that's another thing.
Yeah, that's important. I mean, if you look at a photo, and this happens to every photographer, you look at a photo you shoot and you're like, this is the one. This is my best photo I've ever taken. I love it. You post it, you get 10 likes.
Yeah.
But imagine being in a room with 10 people stoked on your work.
Yeah, right? Like,
that would be so good.
Totally, yeah. And they're all like cheering for you, and they're like, wow, this is incredible, And yeah, people, I don't know, 10 likes is 10 people, like people are Instagram makes it hard. Life is very superficial on the internet. So I've, the last month or so, I've kind of started to realize that and be like, okay, I need to just take a step back. And yeah, 50 likes is 50 people liking your stuff. like 100 likes. Can you imagine being in a room with 100 people who like your work? Like you
Right?
would be over the moon.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just
So
because you're not there.
September was for the show was my first 10,000 stream month.
Wow, amazing.
I think of 10,000 people
Amazing, yeah.
and I'm like, whoa. But it changed my outlook.
Totally.
I've started like I've created pitch decks now to start to work with brands that can help me build the bigger picture of what I'm trying to do.
Yeah,
The show is a very small part of what I'm trying to do.
totally.
I have a project called the Life of PHYS Project where I'm trying to get cameras in the hands of underprivileged youth
Amazing.
while setting them up with a year of mentorship from an established artist.
Amazing.
And I'm just really like, I hear stories like yours, and while I'm old enough to be your father and have a daughter your same age, your words inspire me that this is something that is so important for not only ourselves as creatives, but for the world to see.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Like that's what I've really liked is I'm older than a lot of the people I have on my show, but I end these shows and I'm super amped, and it creates this thing where I'm like, okay, well, what can I do? Okay, I can do this. I can adjust this. I can okay, I see what I have to do with this. And it's like, I don't judge what I've been able to accomplish to what others do. If it's something that I'm stoked on, I look at it as a stepping stone or a ladder that there is a way to get there.
Amazing.
And most people forget that.
Yeah.
My photo was better than theirs. It's that instant competition.
Totally.
So I live by the motto community over competition.
Yes. Agreed.
I love community. Everybody in the cycling world, for all the years that I rode, and I rode with some of the big names that people would know as the founders of Freeride. Yeah. And still to this day, I see them and we're like, hey man, what's happening? And that's like a true, like, they obviously made a living doing it. I did not, yeah. But I'm still part of it. We're still friends. We're still there. We're still a community. So hearing what you're doing, I love the fact that you have that Western side, because I think that there's something about horses, sunset or sunrise, when you have that dust in the sun and just people loving life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right? So
it's pretty incredible. I mean, and it's a lifestyle like I can't get away from. So, I mean, I hope in the future, the goal is obviously to work with brands and work with athletes, but I really hope that I can, kind of, I don't know, be in multiple scenes at once. Like I would love to go to Wyoming and shoot some Western stuff, or go to Utah and shoot some horses, or like work with, Wrangler or something amazing like that. Like I would love to be able to do that and then fly out, go back to Whistler and like shoot with like, I don't know, Trek, or shoot with TLD, like all those cool people that it would just be really nice to have that range. And the Western is, it's all for enjoyment. All I do is, it's all stuff I love and I do, but it's really cool to be able to combine those two, I guess. And, I found a lot more people now are like Western and have horses, and it connects you with the whole another audience that wasn't there before, if that makes sense.
100%.
Yeah, like just to be able to share that.
I'm going to give you a person's name.
Yeah.
Who I grew up with.
Okay.
She is world renowned as a horse trainer. Her name is Erin Crawford. Okay. I'm just trying to find her info. But she has a company called All Points Dressage.
Yeah, dressage, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, dressage. Fancier than me, but she travels all over the place putting clinics on, and it might just be something you could be like, hey, Tyson mentioned that, talked about you, and I've grown up around horses. I'd love to shoot. Maybe you guys can work for her website or
amazing.
Just anything, I think
absolutely.
I just see all this possibility in my head. I'm just trying to find her info here. If I can't find it, I'll send it over to you.
No rush.
But yeah, like, if we don't work together, we drop so many balls in the court, right? Like we just leave them there. Totally. I've had people like go, hey, I'm looking for a second shooter in Washington, D.C. to shoot Obama and his wife. And I'm like, hey, reach out to Reggie. Or I sent Reggie, my friend Reggie there, a message. Hey, reach out to so-and-so. this is what they're looking for. Now he's got like beautiful photos of Obama and or Barack and Michelle Obama.
Amazing.
Right. So it's just like whatever you can do. And I've been fortunate enough to be expanded into so many different categories in this industry
Yeah.
because of the show that now it's like I have this big, like, oh, I know someone,
Yeah.
you know?
I
So,
know for that.
yeah, I'll fire you a message on Instagram with her stuff.
I appreciate it. And yeah, this is my favorite part of the job, right?
Yeah.
Like, connect with you and who knew, right? Like you
Yep.
meet this girl who likes horses and take photos, like
It
that kind
may,
of thing.
it may be something, or
Yeah.
she's so well connected. I mean, she does, she's trained, sells, coaches, clinics, like all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, um,
Well, community.
yep. So what, oh, I just lost my train of thought. This help trying to, I'm like, oh, I know someone. um, what would you say somebody comes up to you tomorrow and they've got their camera, they've got their lens, and they're like, I really like what you do for mountain biking. What advice do you have for me?
Um, well, the first thing I would say is make sure you enjoy it. Like just really involve yourself in the sport. Like, make it important to you because, if the stuff you're shooting isn't important to you, then your photos won't show it. Um, and and then I would just say, just enjoy, like, just enjoy and say yes. That's the only advice I have is, don't try and rush. Like you can't just jump into this industry. And I'm still growing. Like, I'm not nowhere close to being like a recognized photographer yet, but I've had a couple people recognize me, but yeah, you can't just jump into it. So like don't, get a camera and like expect to be paid the next day. Go and shoot, and you have to do shoots for free. Like go and shoot for free. And it's hard because photographers, I feel like, doing free shoots, it really undervalues our career and like the fact that you can make money doing this. But take those free shoots, take those friend shoots, like take all the shoots that you can and just practice and build your portfolio on your own. Like don't wait for people to come to you. Like you need to get out there and you need to go and shoot with your buddy who has a bike, and you need to go and shoot the Squamish Enduro as a spectator, like just go and watch, and they didn't hire you, go anyways and shoot your own photos, that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know. And just try and like exactly what they're doing. If they ask me for advice, talk to as many people as you can and ask questions and keep your ears open. Like all you can do is, shoot for fun and shoot for passion projects. Like you gotta have those passion projects. Otherwise, like nothing else will happen. You can't just have work projects. Almost every single photo that you see on my page is a passion project. And it's something I did just because I wanted to and not because I got paid to do it. So I don't know. The biggest thing is definitely just go to these things. Just show up. Just show up. Like show up, prioritize them. Go as a spectator and bring your camera and go with your friend, like that kind of thing. So
And it obviously worked. I mean, look, you put
yeah.
up at the Squamish Enduro and got onto Pink Bike.
Yeah.
Then you figured out what Pink Bike was. And then you found this post asking for an assistant to shoot Crankworks. And there you were.
Yeah, right? Exactly. And it happens like that and you don't realize. But I really believe I got that because I wasn't searching. Like I wasn't, like I wasn't asking the universe, like, give me something, like I need this, I need something. I was just like, wow, this was really fun. I'm gonna go shoot with my friends. And wow, like this was really interesting. And I kind of just took the time to learn and learn about the people that I want to surround myself with, people in the industry and that kind of thing. And just never be afraid to like reach out. Like, you can send a message and the worst thing they're gonna do is just not answer. Like you're not gonna get a mean message back. Hey, say, hey, don't message me. Like, and if you're lucky, or if, the good thing happens, they'll message you back and they'll be like, hey, yeah, of course. So I don't know, send the message and reach out, or just show up to these events and, people recognize other people. Like people recognize similar people like them, and eventually you'll start, popping up and someone will be like, oh my gosh, I met this really young girl. She's looking for experience. I know you guys need another shooter for this. Like, you have a small budget, maybe reach out and see if she would be happy to do it, or like that kind of thing. So I don't know, just patience. Patience is just the major key in this industry, and you just enjoy and meet people along the way, then you'll do just fine.
Yeah. I had Mary Campbell
Yeah.
on from Squamish,
Yeah.
and she said something very similar. She's like, I have a different outlook when it comes to pitching to clients. One of my biggest clients now, or biggest paying clients now, started out as a free shoot,
Yeah.
and they come back to me every year.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's such good advice, because so many people are like, know your worth, know your worth. But no, it's about contact, and it's about networking and
Totally.
showing your value. Like I'm going into year 3 with Harlow Lighting.
Yeah.
And I point because I have a big Harlow light above me here. I got my contract with them from commenting on a Threads post
Yeah.
that I thought was was a friend of mine's picture, but I thought he posted it. So I made a joke like, "Oh, this is such a great photo, man. I would love to have the studio lit by the, the best lights in the industry."
Yeah.
Next thing I knew, I had the CMO in my inbox going, "Hey, what can we do to help you? I love your show."
Wow. See, exactly.
And it's,
You never know, right? And knowing your worth is important. Eventually you do get to a point of this job, which I'm not there yet also. But like, know your worth, like you got to get paid if you're going to make a living. Like I still have another job, and I'm still in school, I'm doing all these other things at the same time while trying to pursue this fully. Sorry, we have the dogs in here. While trying to pursue it fully. But yeah, like, you do just don't be too like, I have a camera, I bought the nicest gear. Like, I don't have the nicest gear. Like, I'm working with what I got as a university student. Let's just say that. But like, yeah, you have all this gear and you want to buy it, but you can't pitch yourself to a brand and be like, "Hey, I'm a photographer. I have this camera. I'm going to charge you $2,000 for this shoot. Do you want to hire me?" Like, they're not going to hire you.
yeah.
Like, no chance, and it's like, "Hey, like, here's a visual of the work I've done." Like, our work is very visual, right? Like, nobody's just going to hire you off of an email. Like, we're visual creatives, and you have to prove your work and like that you can tailor to that brand's needs. Every brand is different. Every brand has a different voice. Like, and you kind of just have to, learn up to that point and create your portfolio. And then you'll be like, "Oh my gosh, I got paid to do the Squamish Enduro." Like, "Oh my gosh, I got paid $250 to do this, this shoot." Yes, like I got paid, and it's like sick. Like, you can buy, 2 weeks of groceries with that. Like, but at the end of the day, it's like, wow, what a win to be able to have the privilege of someone paying you to create art.
Yeah, you have to invest in yourself.
Yeah, and it's truly a privilege, like,
Yep.
to be paid to, we're not painting, we're not drawing, but it's still art, and you put your creative into it and your time and your eye and everything. So it's really a privilege when someone decides that they love it and they'll pay you for it.
Yeah, I mean, my voice, as I've been told, is very unique.
Yeah.
And so I've been trying to do little 30-second commercials.
Cool. Yeah.
Just because when I'm trying to send a pitch deck, I need people to know, like, it's more than just the show. It's the way I carry myself, or the way I can provide for your brand.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get in with Kicking Horse Coffee right now, because coffee is so darn expensive.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So I have on my porch, it's outside my studio window, I have the best sunset. So on my fire table, I put the bag of Kicking Horse Coffee with my personal branded Yeti mug.
Yeah. Nice.
But like, and then steam coming up, the little camera filming from back, take the sip and then look and be like, there's nothing better than a cup of Kicking Horse Coffee, just trying to show them like what I can do it's more than just the show. It's more than the people who listen. Totally. I can do ads for you. I can do voiceover work, I'm trying to expand into voiceover and do, like, I want to read for like major cartoons and things like that. Right.
Super cool. Yeah.
So it's like, if you have the faith and you believe in yourself enough, you can make anything happen. But a lot of people don't want to invest in their self to learn,
Yeah.
like creating that personal portfolio. I mean, sending a pitch deck with nothing on it is really hard to get a brand to look at you,
Yeah.
So then when you have stats, like, for me, it's about what kind of return on investment can I give you?
Yeah.
Things like that, where your portfolio is your photo work.
Yeah,
So
totally.
getting that brand to be like, hey, we got a small project in your neck of the woods. Like, do you want to do it for us?
Totally.
And they're like, we only have this much money. I'm in.
Yeah.
They're going to remember that. And if
Yeah.
they blow up, they're going to be like, you remember, it's time for us to pay back.
Totally.
Let's do
Totally.
it.
Totally. Right. And yeah, you can't, brands, well, that's the thing with this world too, is brands, they have people. Like they're not short of content, and you just really have to prove yourself valuable to them. And, they're going to be like, okay, cool, you have a camera, you can take photos. So we also have someone on deck who also has a camera at home and can also take photos. Why would we pay you this much money? You have to prove to them, okay, well, there's like this gap that I see that I think I could fill for you. And, it's a business, at the end of the day, but still, all these people running these businesses, they're just people. Like nobody wants to, communicate with a photographer and it be like work, work, work. Here's this invoice, this is how much I cost, here's my tax. Like it's like, wow, you're a photographer, you're gonna, showcase our brand, let's chat, get to know you, that kind of thing. So
100%. That getting to know each other personally is such a difference, and it creates a different vibe when you're on the shoot.
yeah.
You start to feel what the brand wants.
Yeah, totally.
Right.
And you can
So
understand that and, not just show up with a camera. Like anyone can just buy a camera and show up and take a photo with it. It's true.
100%.
But, the people who do it professionally or well, there's so much more to it than just the camera.
Yeah. The camera's a tool.
It is.
It's a tool that helps you express your creativity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
So you're about to finish school, and are you going to jump into this freelance lifestyle?
yeah, so I have an exchange in January, so I'll be in France for 4 months. So if anyone on here is in Europe in the spring, I'll be there. But so I'm going to France for 4 months, and I'm going to try my best to keep up with my school there, but as well as get out and shoot. And I haven't shot winter sports before, and it'll be winter in Europe, so I'm really hoping to get to those big ski hills and shoot some sports. And I have a friend who is a free skier, so he'll be over there and hopefully we can do some stuff. And then, yeah, finish in the summer. And then, yeah, the plan is to obviously, make sure I'm making money, whether it's just with photos or with another job. And then I'm really hopeful next October that I can get down to Rampage. And I can get down to Rampage and I can shoot some Rampage in the desert. And then, yeah, save some money and see if I can go overseas. And that's kind of my next step is to try and expand. And, I don't really have the time to travel to New Zealand right now. And I would love, 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 love to get to the New Zealand Crankworxes. So,
Yeah,
and
that Rotorua and stuff.
Rotorua, yeah, it would be
Yeah.
pretty insane. So that's kind of my outlook now. So we'll finish school and see what happens then. But yes, the goal would be to get out there, meet more people. Because I'm only in a tiny corner of the woods. Like, Sea to Sky is huge, but it's not. Like there's some incredible places out there. So
Yeah. That'd be good. That'd be awesome to follow the Crankwork series.
would be pretty cool. That's,
Yeah.
been a dream since I started shooting. And I went to the first Crankworks and I was like, there's four more? Like I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. It's
So,
expensive though. I mean, that's a big
uh,
commitment for yourself.
yeah.
I remember back in the day, like I raced downhill, and we were able to get brands like Coca-Cola and Canadian Airlines to sponsor us
Wow.
just by like sending emails.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it'd be nice to have a brand that would be willing to like send you for like their riders, like I can't even the Canyon,
yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Canyon that's a big one. Their team manager is from Squamish. So I've connected with him a couple of times, but they've got the big dogs like Sven Martin and Mad Dog Boris and all those World Cup guys over there. So that would be pretty amazing. I would love to join a team for a circuit. Like I would love to do a World Cup season. That would be insane. Or yeah, work for a brand. Like I would love to, go to New Zealand and represent Darko or,
Yeah.
Get over there and represent like One Up or Santa Cruz. Like that would be absolutely insane. So
Who?
hopefully we can, see if anyone's interested when I make my way over there.
Yeah. It would be neat to see like, maybe a team that has a more of a woman's side
Yeah,
be like, yeah, let's do this.
absolutely.
Canyon, that's Gaber Fox, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. I grew up with Gabe.
he's super cool.
We share the same birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I met Gabe when he used to be the manager of Cove Bikes.
oh, really?
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Long time ago.
Long time ago, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he's pretty cool. And, I had a really nice conversation with him when I met him last year. And I was like, just like a little, fangirl. I've never met a team manager before. So I was like, oh my gosh, like, hi, I'm Natalie. I was like, nice to meet you. And we just chatted and yeah, I don't know, it's just super cool. Like that you can have a job like that as well and be a manager of a mountain bike team. Like what? Like,
yeah, he's fortunate. I mean, his job lets him go and do his thing.
yeah, totally.
And still, he knows he needs that other job because the team manager thing is, it's not a for sure. It
Yeah.
doesn't stay. I mean, he's good. Like he's really good
Oh yeah.
and responsible for some very talented riders coming
Yeah.
out. But you need that fallback, and that's why I have a full-time job as well.
Yeah, totally. Right. And these are all things behind the scenes that, you don't see on Instagram. So that's why I'm always like, whenever people ask me questions, I'm like, let me share. I worked at a cafe all summer. Like, I did all of this stuff. I worked at a dirt bike shop, like all this kind of stuff. It's not all, oh my gosh, I'm a photographer. I get so much money. Like, so much reality that people don't see. So getting the chance to sit down and talk about it makes me feel good because I know that when I hopped onto a podcast the first time and I heard that a photographer had another job and like Tyler like worked in the oil rigs
Okay.
for a couple of years, I think, and like just went and put his head to work to make this dream a reality, and to hear that and be someone who has two jobs at a time is like really, really reassuring to
Yeah.
just know that.
And if you look at Tyler's story, Mason refused to enter I can't remember what it was, the Crankworks event if Tyler couldn't be part of the thing.
Yeah, yeah,
And they ended up winning. Like
yeah,
that is what a mentor should be. A mentor should have so much faith in your abilities
yeah,
that they're willing to not enter if you can't be a part of it.
totally. Well, yeah, Tyler's doing amazing things, is gonna continue to do amazing things, and
100%.
chooses to share with people, and that's just gonna take him so much farther than someone who would choose to not. Like, I remember one of my favorite memories I have. I don't know if he knows this, so if he hears this, he can learn. But
I will tag him in it. That way he
last Crankworks, not this past one, but the year before, I had a concussion. I had a really bad concussion, and I couldn't think straight. Like I was just like really, really struggling, and it was whip off. And I needed to get these photos. I was really struggling. I couldn't think for myself. And he like recognized that, I guess, while I was there. And I saw him, I was like, hey man, like, he's like, how's it going? I was like, I'm really struggling. Like, I just can't focus. I'm not getting what I need to get. And he was like, dude, stand behind me, shoot my angle. Come to this corner, shoot this angle. Like he was like, see this lighting? Shoot that. Like, I'm gonna go shoot this, shoot this. He's like, be my shadow. Like, I don't care. You can follow me around, but just like, let's get you some photos that you're proud of. And just like when he said that, to just, literally mock him and like take his angles. I was just like, wow, like what a person you are, to find someone who's younger, like doing the exact same thing you're doing, and to just tell them to just copy you was just like, I don't know, out of all the competition in the, people get angry when you're in their spot and you're getting your angles, and for him to be like, copy this, like take this angle, like this is a better angle, I'm gonna go here. Like I was just like, wow, like, yeah. So that if that doesn't speak of what type of person he is, that's That's who Tyler is. So
Amazing.
yeah, and it makes just me want to do that for others. So
And that's what, like we've talked about, that's what we need to do. We need to
yeah,
be here for others. Just like if I hear somebody in your neck of the woods, I'm going to be like, hey, this person's looking for a photographer.
totally.
And I get messages all the time just asking like, hey, we're going to be in so and so area. Do you have anybody? Because it's weird, but you know, that trust voice.
Yeah.
And people are like, okay, he says he backs them. I think we'll do it.
Yeah,
And you know,
totally, right?
I just want to see everybody be successful.
Me too.
Okay?
Well, it's like,
I want to see your photos from New Zealand, and I can be like, I remember her saying that was a dream.
yeah, totally, right?
That would
Like,
be amazing.
amazing. Go. Yeah, and I hope you can. I hope that you can see them pop up or see my Rampage stuff. Oh, I'm getting a call, sorry.
No worries.
See my stuff pop up and um you'd be like, wow, she made it to New Zealand, you know? So that's the goal. And I hope that I can, get there and just keep getting people stoked. Like I just want people to be stoked and be like, oh yeah, like Nat's gonna be at the event, sick. Like I want some of her photos, like
Yep.
that's all I can ask for.
Create a print shop. Create everything. Learn how to optimize every post you do.
Totally. Yeah,
If I have any advice for anybody listening, learn SEO optimization.
yeah,
It is a
what's what
game
I'm doing
changer.
right now. Totally. And I have, this slow period where I can, get down on my laptop and learn about some of the stuff. And luckily I already have learned a lot about that through school. But yeah, like optimize yourself. I had someone from New Zealand reach out to me and they're like, well, I found your website. I was like, from New Zealand? Like, I was like, really? Like, how did I pop up there? And he was like, oh, your work's like, I can hear it. He's like, it kind of speaks. And I'm like, that's all I want is
Yeah.
for people to be like, oh, I can like, feel it or hear it, or it's like I'm there, like they understand rather than like, oh, it's just a photo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. I have nothing but faith that you're going to make it. You're going to make it to New Zealand.
Thank you so
Um,
much.
if there's anything I can do to help you get a brand to back you, don't hesitate to reach out.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, I keep chatting. I could chat for hours about this kind of stuff.
Well, the goal with the show is like in a year, not even probably 7, 8 months from now, I want to do a follow up. So
Yeah,
I'm going to start doing follow ups with everybody
amazing.
because I feel like most podcasts, you hear the story and it just stops.
Yeah,
It doesn't continue. So doing like a 30 or 40-minute quick follow up just to
totally.
hear about what you've done and how it's worked out is such a different um, avenue and a different way to look at it.
Totally.
Well, man, it's already been an hour. I told you.
Great.
Where's the best place for people to find you?
Uh, Probably my Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm on Instagram, or my email is connected to my Instagram, but definitely my Instagram for sure. Send me a DM, send me a message, or shoot me a follow. I'll send you one back. Like anywhere to find me is just my Instagram.
Perfect. Well, it's been an amazing, amazing hour. Hearing your story and your journey and your excitement for what you do. You're going to inspire and enlighten so many people.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on and let me, be a voice that hopefully a couple people remember. And
Yeah. I'm going to be very excited to see you in New Zealand.
well, I can't wait to chat about it. Hopefully let you know how good it was. Amazing.
If there's anything I can help you with to help you keep growing and moving forward, just let me know.
That sounds great. Yeah, I absolutely will. And I'd love to keep in touch and
For
so I
sure.
can find a good photo I want to put on the internet.
You've got lots of them,
I do, yes.
and that's what the show's about. It's about spreading the word of creatives who are like-minded and building brands and building community and just chasing dreams.
Amazing. Well, you're doing
My,
an amazing thing, and thank you for having me.
my sticker says I'm Indigenous. So it's here it says Indigenous photographer dreamer.
Amazing.
And I had a dream and I love it because as an older person, I'm old. Um, at 48 years old, I believed in myself finally enough to start this show.
Good. I'm glad you did.
And it's been a whirlwind. It's been amazing. I've met great people. I look forward to coming and running into people on the hill, shooting photos, Awesome. Well, enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to look at the rain and sit in the house.
Raining here too, so I'm the same.
It was great chatting.
Yeah, you too.
Great to meet you. Thank you for listening to the PHYS Podcast. If this conversation inspired you, taught you something, or made you see the world a little differently, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this episode with someone who needs to hear it. Follow us on all social medias at PHYS_podcast to stay connected with future episodes, behind-the-scenes content, and the growing creative community around the show. And remember, as always, photography heals your soul. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.